Here is the First Lady, Laura Bush, writing in the Washington Post. Our government should not be in the business of warehousing children in converted box stores, eerily reminiscent of the Japanese-American internment camps of World War II. And then Mrs. Bush, I moved away from Washington almost a decade ago, but I know there are good people at all levels of government and can do better. There's that key phrase, can do better, echoing President Obama, to fix this. Laura Bush. Kevin Cirilli joins us now, our chief Washington correspondent. Kevin, this is lose, lose, lose for everybody. Let us start with Congress. What did McConnell, what did Ryan do to extricate themselves from this disaster?
They have to somehow address some legislative package this week, Tom, but quite frankly, they've had years to get this done, both Republicans and Democrats. Now, the tension between the centrist Republican Party as well as the ultra-conservatives led by the Freedom Caucus, it was on full display. When I was in Singapore and interviewed the Freedom Caucus chairman, Mark Meadows, from Singapore, they had yet to come to an agreement. Now, that agreement could come at the first half of this week, but I just don't see right now how they're ever going to get to some cohesiveness on this. And this has sparked, we just heard from the former First Lady, but I mean, this has sparked national outrage as it rightly should.
Kevin, on trade, we knew the polarities of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Who is pro-immigration? Who is anti, as the First Lady says, dividing them at the border? Who's the pro-immigration voice in the White House?
Well, I think right now, in terms of the centrist, more moderate voice within the White House in terms of immigration policy, I'm not sure that there's a face of it. Stephen Miller, of course, the protege of Steve Bannon, is someone who has advocated for a long time to have much more, ultra-conservative advocacy on the issue of immigration. He was a former senior immigration aide to then Senator Jeff Sessions before Jeff Sessions joined the administration. So it's the same old, same old. But again, moving forward, this is something that President Trump campaigned on. And he said last week in that marathon press conference on the White House North Lawn that he doesn't like seeing these families ripped apart. He attempted to blame Democrats, but this is a Republican-controlled Congress and a Republican-controlled administration. They have to get something done. Politically speaking, quickly, I'd note evangelicals aren't behind this. Evangelicals aren't behind ripping families apart.
Within this, Kevin, is the to-do list for this week. You're the grizzled pro in Washington. What are you going to be looking at? What's the date calendar on children and parents separated Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week?
They have to get this done. They have to pass some type of legislation that would get this done. This is a retiring Speaker of the House who knows that this is a legacy-building issue. On the flip side of that, this is also a power vacuum in terms of who will replace Speaker Paul Ryan, and this is a test in that regard. Beyond the politics, this is so beyond politics, and this is just about basic human decency of separating kids from their parents.